they'll restart here. Listen for the command. In fact, let's listen in to the start here. Class 1A girls 800-meter run is underway. This is 2 laps around, and way back when in 1996, this is the race that Jackie Stiles of Claflin made a name for herself, running a 2:17.46. Her time way back in 1996 still holds up. Jackie Stiles was 16 gold medal winner back in the day.
Yeah, she was a special one, no doubt about that.
But the 1A 800-meter run is underway. We've got 2 laps around and 12 races, 6 from the girls' side and then 6 more from the boys' side. In the lead, Clara Zerbikny, in fact, is taking the lead. I don't know about this race if you want to establish yourself right away or hang back a little bit, but those who have got a better time, they generally take the lead and try to take it from start to finish.
Well, it kind of depends on, too, what they have had to do previously today. And some of these girls are running this fresh. Some of them are coming off of the 1,600 meters or another event. And she goes through in about 67 seconds.
That's about right for her, wouldn't you say?
Yep,
sometimes they come through a little too fast on these 800-meter races and get caught. Hanover's Clara Zerbikny is in the lead in Class 1A. She's the Twin Valley champ. She'll get some challenge from Iroquois League champion Kaylee Simon out of Ingalls, as well as Lyon County champion Megan Foster out of Waverly. Tillen Ward is out of Caldwell. She's a South Central border champion, but her lead right now for Claire Zerbikny is 15 meters and climbing. She looks really strong heading down the backstretch.
Yeah, she's sneaking a little peek there occasionally, and as they came past the video board, she was glancing towards it to see just where the competition was as she finished off that first 400 meters.
Zerbikny from Hanover in the lead, ran a 2:28.74 in the prelim, and that's the distance between first and second. Girls 800-meter run in Class 1A, and because of her lead, crowd encouraging her toward the finish. 2:17.46 is the meet record. That's going to be safe, but Hanover's Clara Zerbikny is going to win gold in the girls 800-meter run in Class 1A, and crowd loves it. Great race for her as she wins it going away. Bennington's Hallie Johnson, Kaya Johnson from Bennington. So the Johnsons, the junior and the senior, the sisters are together. Weber, Edmond, Vermetten, Sechrist, Harper, and Rhodes. And we are underway in the girls 800-meter run in Class 2A. All-time record held by Lucille Carson out of Peabody, around a 2:11.50 way back in 1981.
Faith Little comes in with the top time in 2A of 2:20.3. But Hallie Johnson has the experience. She also has that 1,600, 3,200 meter strength that she brings to this event.
Both names are familiar, including the sisters Hallie Johnson and Kaya Johnson out of Bennington. We'll keep an eye on that pair, though they lined up completely opposite, one in lane 2 and one in lane 10. We'll see how that figures out for them, but we're into lap number 1 of the girls 800-meter run in Class 2A. Valley Heights product, Samantha Vermetten. She is a freshman. She has the lead, at least temporarily. As we head into lap 1, this is a fast 400. And now slowing down a little bit, 110.
109.
So around the curve, Samantha Vermetten out of Valley Heights. And they're strung pretty closely. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 close together. And now the girl who is in third place making a move. That was lane 3. It looks like Mackenzie Shippey out of Harrington. I'll check the bib assignment.
6 and 1. It's Faith Little.
Yeah, Faith Little out of Jackson Heights.
And then moving on the outside is Shippey wearing number 3, the red over black.
Vermetten continues to hold on to the lead. This is going to be a pretty tight finish if it looks like it does at the present. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 young ladies within reach at the moment. And now they take the curve and we go to the final 100 meters. Valley Heights Samantha Vermetten has been passed. But look at the outside. Out of Bennington, it's either One of the sisters, that's Hallie Johnson. Hallie Johnson of Bennington. And to the finish, and she's going to win it. Hallie Johnson out of Bennington wins gold in the girls 800-meter run in Class 2A, and she really bided her time, waited to make the kick, and did exactly that. Hallie Johnson out of Bennington is our champ in Class 2A.
You just captured, obviously, the 800, but what all events are you in this weekend? I keep thinking I see you every race.
Well, yesterday I started out with the 3200, and then this morning I had the 4x8 with my team, and then the mile, and I just finished the 800.
Well, she just got done running up here, stretching out. She doesn't want to quit running. Also, a sister on the team. What's that like competing with your sister?
I honestly love it. We push each other to be the best we can be, and it's always nice to have someone to practice with and hold you accountable, and also love you at the same time.
Congrats on the state titles. We appreciate it.
Thank you very much.
At least she knows what her schedule is, and as long as she knows, we're all okay. That's the way it wants to be. That's the most important. Alexander Ferguson out of Silver Lake had the best time, but as I look at the field, I don't see Alex right now. I thought in the last race that we saw her, she kind of pulled up a little bit, as you may recall that.
Yeah, she kind of weakened in that home stretch, and they may have decided that just the better part of valor was to forego this 800.
So we think their 16-person field has now become 15. As we go through the first lap here, you always want to hit about 110. That's about the pace that you want to hit. And it's about right there at 110.
110.4.
So good race so far from everyone. Russell's Jacelyn Schulte may be the favorite here. In fact, I think that's her in the lead here. We'll check the bib numbers as they head down the home stretch, but pretty bunched up group, 1 through 4 at least, and making a challenge, and now 6th place moves up to 5th place.
It's McDaniel of Wellsville in the lead.
That's what that is. Paige McDaniel of Wellsville started in the 7th lane. She's in the lead at the moment.
With Dawson wearing number 5 there to her outside.
And that's Julia Worth out of Hayes Thomas More Prep. She's the only one with a 5 on her jersey. That's got to be her. But the young lady out of Wellsville, Paige McDaniel in the lead. Can she hold on to win the girls 800-meter run in Class 3A? Amy Mortimer, the all-time champ here, 210.97, 1999. Here's Paige McDaniel turning it on from Wellsville. Her preliminary time, her seed was 2:30, and she was well ahead of that. Big strides to the finish. Wow. Paige McDaniel extends the lead, and the young lady out of Wellsville, the sophomore, is going to win the girls 800-meter run in Class 3A, and a hug at the finish. Paige McDaniel wins gold in Class 3A here at 800 meters. Man, that was a strong finish, defeating Worth. So Paige McDaniel is number 1. Nickerson's Tara Davis, Sydney Burton's out of Abilene, Jeff West, Mackenzie Tucker, Anna Keller out of Towanda Circle, Burlington's Beatty, Bider, and Billings as this race is underway. And what do you think is so special about Katie Logue as we keep an eye on what is the first lap of the 800 meters?
Well, I'll tell you what, she's very talented. She has one of the top 10 times in the state in the 400 meters, which she runs very, very seldom. But her strength is the 1500, 3200 meters. And the 800 is still almost a short sprint for her. Now, she just ran away with the 1600 meters earlier today. Cassidy Johnson tried to hang with her and wasn't able to. We'll see what happens here. Johnson's more the sprinter, but Logue has shown that she can run these shorter races.
Logue is going to Iowa State next year. Cassidy Johnson of May South making a move, and it's at the moment Logue and Johnson 1 and 2 in a really good race here in the 800-meter run in Class 4A, event number 174 today. And this time might be a little fast, don't you think? 104?
Well, no, I'll tell you, not with these two girls. I don't think so. About 64.4 as they went through. And the thing about it is, Logue really hasn't had somebody pressure her this way against 4A competition only. Most of her good races that she's had have been against Molly Bourne and Emily Venters, both 6A girls at invitational type events. So this is the first time at 4A she's really had somebody push her. And in this case, it's going to be, they've been pushed through 600 meters now. So let's see what happens in the final 200.
Logue getting chased by Cassidy Johnson and May South. Looks like on the backstretch that Cassidy Johnson looked to be in better shape. The Iowa State product is Kaylee Logue out of Girard. And here we go, the final 100 meters. Crowd senses this could be a big finish. Kaylee Logue trying to hold off the challenge from Cassidy Johnson.
There's the strength of Logue.
Logue motoring to the finish, extends a 2-meter lead to 5, and the champion in the girls' 800-meter run in Class 4A is Kaylee Logue out of Girard as she wins gold. Thought for a moment that Cassidy Johnson might find some range as she had it within arm's length, but Kaylee Logue has just checked the records here. As we check the clock here, beat her own record. That's a 2:12.37. Tip of the cap to Kaylee Logue, who runs away with gold medal here in the 800 meters, and man, 13 golds. What a career. As we go to 5A, we're underway. I'll give you the names as we move along. Kason Pierce out of Mays, joined by Madeline Sheritz Walter out of Leavenworth, Wichita Carroll's Bessing, Braynock Moore, Schwab, Wilkes, Cobb, Sovereign, Robinson, Blue Valley Southwest, Polis, Bruning, Fry, Bresser, Cook, and also Riley Fisher out of Topeka Seaman. You're watching what is the girls' 800-meter run in Class 5A. Among the girls to watch in this race, love Pittsburgh's Mackenzie Wilkes. She's the only competitor under 220. She ran a 2:19.6 as her seed time in the 800 meters. But St. James Academy's Catherine Moore at the moment is in the lead. Her seed time was 2:22.25. The St. James Academy product, just a freshman in fact, is in the lead. And in this race, there actually are 5 freshmen at the 5A level, including Blue Valley Southwest McKenna Paulus, Wichita Capen's Claire Bruning.
About 69.6.
And we have a new leader out in front, extending that lead to about 10 meters. I'm going to get a bib reading here. 7:77 is Victoria Robinson. She's from Lansing.
She has the top time in 5A, number 3 in the state, coming into the state meet of 2:15.71. So it's not any surprise to see her out front. Now can she hold on?
Robinson with the lead, and chasing her, Mackenzie Wilkes out of Pittsburgh. The Victoria Robinson looking strong with about 150 meters to go. On the curve, heading toward the home stretch.
Here comes the challenge.
Well, next to St. James, Catherine Moore, who fell back in the pack briefly, moves into second place. Can they catch Victoria Robinson? 50 meters to go. Now Pittsburgh making a move. Robinson, here comes Wilkes. Here comes Wilkes toward the finish. 10 meters to go. It's Wilkes going to win it.
Oh.
What a come from behind victory by Pittsburgh's Mackenzie Wilkes as she wins gold in Class 5A and the girls' 800-meter run. Wilkes comes from behind to defeat Victoria Robinson. Wilkes beats Robinson. Moore ends up third.
What's it like to win 2 events here at the State Outdoor as a junior?
It's a great feeling. I just thank the Lord for blessing me with this opportunity, and it's just I'm just blessed to be here.
Congrats on the state titles.
Thank you.
Another good look at the finish is Mackenzie Wilkes with a pump fist and the smile. She's a champion, and she's bringing it back to Southeast Kansas and Pittsburgh. Meanwhile, we move on to 6A. This is a 6A girls 800-meter run. In the middle of that pack is going to be Sophie Scott from Blue Valley North. She ran a 2:16 prelim. She started in lane 1 as far as this is concerned, but is going to get plenty of competition, including Garden City's Aileen Garola and Lillian Hope Stevens out of Junction City.
And that's Scott at the front.
Scott out of Blue Valley North ran a 2:16.68. She is a junior and has the lead at the moment. She's one of those runners that you watch run and you go, wow, that's really a smooth runner.
She's pretty darned efficient, no doubt about that.
Her lead now, the gap is closed.
Okay, she's going to have a little company up front. We'll see if someone else goes ahead and takes over the pacing chore now for the second or the third 200 meters.
Yeah, she felt the pressure a little bit. The Blue Valley North product pushes in front a little bit more as we head toward the second lap.
Yes, she responded to that challenge very nicely.
The challenge is coming from Hannah Stewart. Hannah Stewart out of Lawrence is providing the challenge at the moment. Behind her, Lindsay Rowett of Shawnee Mission West.
And watch out on the outside at Jasmine Wright.
Yeah, Jasmine Wright is making a move herself. Garden City's, as I check the listing here, Garden City's Aileen Garola also making a charge, but has led this race from start to finish is Sophie Scott.
She's just got too much of a margin. I don't think Wright can get back in it, and I'm not sure that Stewart has a second one, but it looks like she's trying to pick up the pace and pressure into the home stretch.
Here comes Hannah Stewart on her shoulder. Stewart trying to catch the leader and now has taken the lead. Hannah Stewart from Lawrence, the sophomore, and then surging back in front. Sophie Scott counters, and Sophie Scott's going to win. Sophie Scott let Hannah Stewart get close and maybe take the lead just a little bit, but Sophie Scott, who is having none of it as a junior from Blue Valley North, wins the girls Class 6A 800-meter run.